To już później. Dobra. Tak, tutaj gameplay, tam podobnie Mass Effect Andromeda i lecimy tak, wieczorkiem filmowym z Witkomem, a później na iOS, na fabularkę. Tak, na misję lojalnościową mi się zdaje. U Cora. Lecimy.
Deteon. Deteon. A home in the middle of Kadara, despite it all.
We'll talk
I'm...
Prepping VidCon communications.
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director? What are you talking about?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how is it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the Exiles. That was a big loss.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them, like these trackers.
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But I also want to know what happened to her.
She disappeared with the Exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. Try another outpost system.
And when we find...
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Ciekawe to.
Ryder? Need something? I'll be here if you need me.
No to co, leci na misję.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Goddess sounds like a problem, ma'am.
Stubborn, you might say.
Pathfinder? Jarkett Tervian. I understand I was pulled from cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Ciekawe.
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen, she's only got a minute or two, and she's in rare form today, just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder, pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
You want to know if you can reverse my chemical procreation blocker?
You baby. I see my reputation precedes me. The question is, what the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into pot shots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I sneaked into the stasis pods and switched him with another baby.
My boy's in good hands. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
Should be a memorial or monument when there's time.
No to trzeba dojechać do punktu.
I heard someone request EOS deploy.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Another armor piece. Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Look at that. The remnant staked a claim over there.
Pathfinder, the scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit passed through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light. Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located. It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilken is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
That's a relief. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No!
Where's Nilken?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
Son of a bitch.
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect Nilken. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
No i tyle, jeżeli chodzi o zabójstwo.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
What the? Pathfinder, that body.
A scan might help us figure that out.
place. Ready?
So where's your mystery project?
Not far. The old outpost site. They left a few things behind.
Oh, steady.
Thanks. I can't lead the way unless you...
Spoil sport.
Soil converter. No remnant terraformer, but it makes sandy dirt into something useful. Eventually. Add seeds, some rain, and you've got a garden.
That's right. You wanted a garden of your own.
It'll take years. I might not even see it. But that's okay. Asari think in centuries. Lay a foundation, then step away. Let it grow into something you might never expect. Pathfinder training was my foundation. Gave me a whole galaxy of directions I could go. I don't need someone else's plan. Just a good beginning. The first seeds of a garden. Or someone I need in my life.
Someone you need. I could get used to hearing that.
I'll have Sam make a recording.
I want to keep hearing it from you.
You will. But first... Ready? 1, 2...
Jak na tej planecie wszystko, to będzie dość ciekawie. Tak, wszystkie zadania już zrobiłem na tej planecie. To lecimy do kolejnej. No tak, to przecież tego nie mogę zrobić. No to rip. A Haverl? Jak nie będę Haverl, mogę polecieć. Tego nie zrobię. To muszę wrócić na Kadarze. Są zadania poboczne, to prędzej czy później takie zrobimy, a jak na razie są wstrzymane. Zadania tutaj też są wstrzymane, więc jedyne co zostało to polecieć na Haverl. Nie, żeby planetę jakoś ogarnąć. Potem jest... Mam chyba nie z 10%? No, Haverl. I tu jest właśnie Meridian, tylko że do Meridiany jeszcze dostępu nie mamy, a wiadomo, że Meridian to jest dość... Nie wiadomo jak, jaki teren, ale pewnie powalony, jeżeli to jest na Meridian. Ha. No dobra, no to na Haverl lecimy.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
The crew is ready to discuss how to approach the Remnant City, Pathfinder.
Ranoff, Eden Prime. Ciekawe miejsce.
picking up something. Deploying probe.
Ciekawa anomalia.
Something.
Arturian friend on Eos has good instincts. Let's check it out.
Dość ciekawy looting.
Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Anomaly found.
Possible Ket supplies. Just like Dark had suggested.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
No co, lecimy.
An alien,
Nothing's
able to
coming
use
from
remnant.
You were saying something about the planet being in decline?
It doesn't look like it, but Havarl is sick. It started here, uncontrolled mutations in organic life, killing some, turning others into poison. We're starting to see the same elsewhere. The planet's ecosystem is crumbling, slowly but surely.
It's the monoliths. There are only 2 of them when there should be 3.
So I go to the 3rd monolith, turn it on, reset the vault, and voila.
That is just the thing, Pathfinder Rider. There is no 3rd monolith. It's lost.
How do you lose an entire monolith?
It could be destroyed for all we know.
We've never tried asking the sages. There could be something in their oral history.
Stars. Those superstitious hermits don't care about modern Angara. You know that.
You saw the projections for the planet's survival. What do we have to lose?
Sages? Oral histories?
On Mithratha, that old remnant edifice over there. They trace their families back to a time just after the Scourge. They believe isolation will maintain the purity of the histories by preventing contamination by modern thought. Basic sense. They probably don't even understand or care that Havarl's dying.
If asking your sages doesn't work, we'll be back here. So what's the harm in it?
The trek up Mithratha's teeming with Remnant. Most of us don't attempt it, but maybe you could do it. Follow the Remnant River, and keep your head. I'd hate to hear something terrible happened in pursuit of some ancient legend.
Teraz już wiem, dlaczego tamto przejście było zamknięte. Teraz już będzie otwarte. Bo tam jest po prostu krypta. No, nie mało miejsca do exploringu, a jednak tych komnat jest od ciula, więc no w głąb lecieć w głąb, no co w głąb.
I think that's it.
Pathfinder. Well,
Cat!
What are they doing here?
Cat!
What are they doing here? Bolstering all shields!
Rokar. They died fighting.
Stubborn bastards, huh?
Locked. I'll override it.
Don't come any closer.
Thaldir, I'm not here to hurt you.
Don't touch me.
I just want to help.
I already helped myself.
You did this to yourself?
The cat. I can't go back. I won't.
Don't push yourself. You'll make it worse.
I've never met a human before. You're not like he described.
You mean Exul?
He saved me. Gave me a chance to live. And die on my own terms.
I need to find him.
I wanted to see him. One more.
Poor thing.
Even in the end, she was devoted to him. Better update Jaal. Jaal, a Ket raiding party attacked Thaldir. She took her own life instead of being captured. I'm sorry.
Damn the Ket. The only other person who might be able to reach Aksul is the Moshai. I was hoping to keep her out of this. She's always had a blind spot when it comes to Aksul.
What do you think this was for? Some kind of aqueduct?
Those are the coordinates we were sent.
You mean that tip-off about the Solarian Ark? Let's stay sharp! There's Ket all over!
Damn. We walked right into it.
Let's look around. They might have left something. From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Special Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
The Solarian Union's fixers.
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
A lot of people came to Andromeda for a fresh start.
I'm sure I'll enjoy mine when I find it. Let's be frank, there are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Ket. As for why, I intend to ask him.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
Most people would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Ciekawe zadanie. Ale na pewno nie na tej planecie, no to cóż.
The path's been used, but not recently. I see tracks.
Jak ja tutaj ostatnio byłem, to jakoś to nie była aktywna, teraz jest magia.
Got it. Let's give this a try.
Ciekawie ci te studia prowadzi. I wszystko jasne.
How is that possible? An alien?
What, like it's hard?
Even we have trouble understanding remnant tech. Only a handful here can operate our own gates. It doesn't matter. You must leave. We do not entertain guests here.
Havarl's in decline. If you tell me about the lost monolith, I can help fix it. Reset the vault.
It's lost. The memories of its location haven't been reclaimed. On Mithrava, we have accepted Havarl's eventual ruin.
You're just giving up on your planet? Isn't this your birthplace? Don't you want to save it?
A chasm separates want from can. What you ask, no one can give. The memory of the monolith resides within a thread that slipped from our grasp.
I'm not sure I follow.
Reincarnation. The soul that's returned time and again. An unbroken thread. There was one, long ago, who had knowledge of the third monolith. Zorai, a champion of the Angara from before the Scourge. Zorai's soul has returned and could be made to remember what it knew. But we have no contact with it.
Okay, let me get this straight. Someone could remember the monolith from a past life?
Souls retain within families. An object, heirloom, tied closely to that bloodline could cause memories to resurface.
But it's not guaranteed.
It has been known to happen on rare occasions in the past, with other souls. The only known heirloom of Zorai's family rests in an area with active remnant. No one has survived the journey. But perhaps you. Zorai's soul was reborn in Tavos, who is now a Roka. He recently returned to Havarl on a mission.
I'll look into this. What have we got to lose, anyway?
I will send you the relevant coordinates. We considered Havarl a lost cause. But perhaps now, there is hope. You're still here, I see.
You mentioned an heirloom, an object you think will bring Zorai's memories back?
Souls return within families. Sometimes the memories of the past can be recalled by an object meaningful to that family. We do not understand why or how this happens, and it has only happened on rare occasions. In all cases, the heirloom was ancient. Old Ankara tech from before the Scourge.
Tell me more about Zorai.
The histories describe him as both scholar and soldier. He traveled the stars and gained knowledge from far-off places. There are even accounts of him having knowledge of the remnant builders and their machines.
And the third monolith?
Our legends say that Zorai sought out the monoliths after the Scourge came. He died, and it is unclear if he accomplished what he set out to do.
Why do you remain secluded here?
The chaos Chaos brought on by the Scourge splintered our people and all but destroyed our civilization. Fear took hold. False beliefs about our predicament were seeded and began to influence Ankaran thought, in order to maintain the integrity of what they knew to be true. 4 families left their community to come here. We've remained ever since.
Tell me more about your belief in reincarnation.
The soul grows through many lifetimes. By seeing through different eyes, it gains wisdom.
How do you grow if you don't remember?
The growth of the soul is not like the growth of the mind. Memories are not required for the soul to develop. Some even argue that a person may become fixated on what was, and their soul consequently stagnates.
I'll go. Thank you for speaking to me.
Of course.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
As death nears, it's harder to face the possibility that I might never see Amara again.
Sorry to interrupt, but what's happened?
Ahmad is ill. He hasn't got much time left. Ahmad, perhaps this stranger can help. If they've been to Palev, maybe they've seen something.
Well, I've seen lots of things. You'll need to be more specific.
My sister, Amara, she grew disillusioned with life here and left for Palav. She must live there now.
Palev was overtaken by the jungle, remember? A few cycles ago. Everyone left.
Oh, yes.
There might
All direct.
And the record...
Where would they keep those...
Like... I don't...
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Ah, good. I wanted to talk with you. How are you able to use the Remnant?
With an artificial intelligence that helps with analysis and translation.
So that's the trick. I wouldn't have guessed. Angara, who live close to Remnant technology, it requires intense concentration, and even if we can make it work...
So...
The difference between knowing you can eat it...
Lets you wander around with no supervision? You're interrupting our lesson.
Could use more interruptions.
Relax. Give the kid a break. Looks like he needs it.
Did the shrieking winds give us a break when we first sailed across the uncharted skies? No. As I was saying, the propulsion system that took Bashal to the skies was inspired by and that's just one. Much of our progress was prompted by the discovery...
Where are these artifacts you're talking about?
The few that still... Though there are...
It might be wise to study whatever we find.
Some artifacts were even left in...
I think I'll leave you...
About time.
The data modules contain malware
I pray you find something about Amara.
Paula said you were ill?
Yes. An incurable condition. Eventually, my family.
You're still here, I see.
Dobra, no to Bigfoot nie w kolejnym odcinku, nie? Także ja